When that 47-foot birdie putt finally dropped on the back nine at the Annika Pro-Am, the crowd didn't just cheer. They went silent for a split second, processing what they had just witnessed, because Caitlin Clark, the woman who already rewrote basketball history, had just obliterated a golf world record that had stood untouched for years. And within 24 hours, Tiger Woods himself broke his silence to respond. Not casual praise, not generic congratulations. Tiger Woods, the most scrutinized athlete in golf history, publicly acknowledged what everyone watching already knew. This wasn't a celebrity golf appearance. This was a surgical demonstration of transferable greatness. The scorecard read 61, the lowest score ever recorded by a non-professional female in a sanctioned Pro-Am event. A Guinness World Record shattered. But here's what the headlines won't tell you. This performance reveals something far bigger than one incredible round. It exposes the blueprint of championship DNA. The same mental architecture that makes Caitlin Clark unstoppable on a basketball court is now dominating an entirely different battlefield. And if you believe the story behind the spectacle actually matters, hit that like button right now. It tells us you're here for the full investigation, not just the surface-level hype. Let's filter out the noise and examine what really happened on that course. Because many of you have been saying for months that Caitlin's athletic brilliance transcends basketball, that her court vision, her spatial awareness, her ability to execute under suffocating pressure, those aren't basketball skills. They're elite athlete skills. Turns out you were right. What went down at the Annika Pro-Am wasn't just impressive for a basketball star trying golf. It was world-class by any measurement. And the golf legends who witnessed it firsthand are still struggling to find the right words. But before we break down the record-breaking round itself, you need to understand who Caitlin Clark becomes when the cameras aren't rolling. Because this golf performance didn't come out of nowhere. Growing up in West Des Moines, Iowa, weekends weren't only about basketball camps and AAU tournaments. Her father, Brent Clark, an avid golfer, dragged Caitlin and her brothers to the course constantly. She picked up a driver before age 10, and according to family interviews, she obsessed over her swing the same way she later obsessed over basketball. In a past interview, Caitlin revealed something critical. She said, "I loved how golf challenged me mentally. It's just you, the ball, and the elements. No shot clock, no defense, just pure focus." Read between the lines. That's not hobby talk. That's the same mental steel that lets her drain game-winning threes with 5 defenders collapsing and 20,000 fans screaming. That's championship DNA, and it translates. Throughout her record-breaking seasons at Iowa, she quietly appeared at charity golf events. Fans noticed her swing wasn't casual. It was smooth, powerful, technically precise, the kind of form professional coaches spend decades trying to perfect. During her WNBA rookie season with the Indiana Fever, golf became her mental escape from relentless media scrutiny. But at the Annika Pro-Am, she took it to an entirely different level. Now let's talk about what the Annika Pro-Am actually is, because context matters. This isn't some laid-back celebrity golf weekend where participation trophies get handed out. Named after Annika Sorenstam, one of golf's all-time legends with 72 LPGA wins and 10 major championships, this event pairs professional golfers with high-profile athletes and celebrities for charity. The twist: most celebrity participants are just hopping to survive 18 holes without total embarrassment. Caitlin Clark didn't just survive. She rewrote the entire script. First tee. The crowd showed up for personality. They wanted selfies. They wanted the spectacle. They wanted to see basketball royalty try something different. But 9 holes later, the energy shifted entirely. This wasn't entertainment anymore. This was a masterclass unfolding in real time. On hole 7, a 347-yard par 4, Caitlin absolutely destroyed a drive that landed just 10 yards short of the green. Let that sink in. A 337-yard missile with perfect trajectory and roll. Commentators couldn't hide their shock. One said on air, "This isn't just impressive for a basketball star. This is a genuinely elite golf swing. Distance, control, technical execution, Everything screamed one thing: thousands of hours of practice no one knew about, and she was just getting started. On the back nine, Caitlin drained that now-famous 47-foot birdie putt, curving like one of her signature deep three-pointers. The crowd erupted. Shouts of "Let's go, Caitlin!" echoed across the fairway. Her playing partners that day: Nelly Korda, the world's #1 female golfer, and Brooke Henderson, a major champion. These women have devoted their entire lives to perfecting golf, and they were doubled over in disbelief. Nelly Korda said afterward, "We're watching her sink putts from distances we struggle with, and she's treating it like a Tuesday warm-up." Annika Sorenstam herself walked over after the 47-foot putt and said, "You just made that look way too easy." That's not polite praise. That's recognition from one legend to another. By the time Caitlin Clark finished her round, the scorecard told a story nobody expected: 61, a Guinness World Record. But here, where it gets even more interesting, that performance didn't just break records, it shifted an entire culture. Within 48 hours, LPGA social media exploded with 300,000+ new followers. The Annika Pro-Am replay hit record Golf Channel numbers. Thousands of young fans, especially girls, suddenly took interest in golf. One fan tweeted, "I started watching golf because Caitlin played, now I'm hooked." Another, "Caitlin makes golf feel cool." Connecting the dots reveals something powerful. Caitlin Clark doesn't just dominate sports, she transforms them. Basketball attendance records, TV ratings, merchandise sales, now golf engagement. Everything she touches becomes a cultural movement. Analysts are calling it the Caitlin Clark effect, a proven phenomenon where her presence elevates entire leagues. But what happened after the round made things even more compelling. Nelly Korda said, "Her swing has pure rhythm, incredible strength, and this eerie calm. She could genuinely compete at high levels." Annika Sorenstam called her performance a masterclass in focus and adaptability under pressure. These aren't polite platitudes. These are technical evaluations from legends. Basketball icons wade in too. Sue Bird tweeted, "She's rewriting record books in another sport now." Steph Curry said, "Welcome to the Basketball Golf Crossover Club," and publicly invited her to his next charity event. Then came Tiger Woods, not through a publicist, not through PR. Tiger himself posted, "Athleticism and focus like that transcend sports. Congratulations to Caitlin Clark on an incredible round." When Tiger Woods acknowledges you, you're no longer just a star. You're entering once-in-a-generation territory. And here, where the whispers begin, multiple sources say major golf brands are circling Caitlin for endorsements. If accurate, she could become the first modern athlete with major basketball and golf sponsorships simultaneously. But the bigger truth is this: Caitlin's greatness isn't limited to one sport. Excellence is transferable. Clutch composure, same in golf. Spatial awareness, same in golf. Shot-making instincts, same in golf. After her record-breaking round, Caitlin said, "I just wanted to have fun. Golf relaxes me, but the competitor in me never turns off." Read that again. She wasn't trying to prove anything. She was just being herself, and herself just happens to be someone who breaks world records in her spare time. So what's next? If Caitlin Clark can revolutionize basketball and shatter a golf world record in the same year, what other boundaries will she break? Golf exhibitions, multi-sport showcases, Olympic crossover events. One thing is certain: the Caitlin Clark era isn't slowing down. It's accelerating into uncharted territory.